Going, oh, now I'm live. I see it. I'm in the red. I'm live. As my old man from DeMarco Solar would say, we live. We live. As my old man from rest in peace to DeMarco Solo. You understand me? We live. Me and DeMarco also shot a show. I had the blessing of shooting one with him, you know. Uh-uh. That must be it. Nah, testing 1, 2. Can you hear me? Testing 1, 2. I'm live. I can hear it. Live, live, live. Thanks for everybody tuning in. Come on in. Like my man said on Godfather. Come on in. Come on in, Vito. Come on in. Come on in, Vito. Vito was scared to go up in that moment. He realized, man, hold up, he don't own this house. He done broke up in this moment. But he had enough heart to know that dude was up to something to go get him some money. See what I'm saying? Desperate times, Slim, calls for desperate measure. Vito was messed up, just got fired. What a dude. Slim got moves. He living better. All his moves coming from the street, right? He looking good. Hey, what's up, Lou Peterson? How you doing, brother? Thanks for tuning in. I was just giving up a little clip from all my old heads. Shady Grady tuned in out of Fort Texas. Love the show, Slim. Thank you, babe. Hey, look, Shady Grady, I was just talking. Oh, just in case for those who are just coming in, welcome. Welcome, welcome to All Over the Place podcast. Thursday night, which is Wind Down Thursdays, which is over the MGM with all them bodies at. You understand? I know y'all over there. Y'all love that free shit. Y'all stand over there just looking at everything, lusking. Some of y'all with your people lusking on them. Boy, y'all done went over there with all the bodies. Y'all crazy if you got a woman to go over there. All them women over there, they say it's unbelievable packed over there. Yeah, man. Thanks for tuning in. They say it's crazy over there. Then what we were talking about with MGM, but I was talking about a clip from a movie. And a lot of y'all seen the movie. It was Godfather. I can't remember if it was in 1 or 2, but it goes like this. Vito, come in. So Vito, look at this mother like, man, hold up, man. You said your peoples ain't no key. You ain't using no key to get up here. He looked at Vito and said, Vito, come on in. Come on in. So Vito goes in, right? Because he was broke. He just got fired. Fanucci came and made his nephew take his job. Man tried to give him a box of food to go home. You know, Vito told him. Clemenza. But I'm talking about Fanucci got him fired. Yeah, Vito, come on in. Vito, and you understand that my man got on through Clemenza, but he ended up being way bigger than Clemenza, ended up trying to get a family through him. You see what I'm saying? So, where my partner at? Oh, he's taking his daughter to a baseball game, softball game, you know. See, I'm going to tell you something. Love that movie. Everybody got to love Godfather 1 and 2. Who don't like that? Man, I bet you that's probably one of your most watched movies out. Godfather, Scarface, Heat, Hoodlum. Let's get some darkies up in there. Hoodlum, Frank Lucas, American Gangster, Once Upon a Time in America. I know the classics. Goodfellas, Casino. I can go on and on, Slim. Yeah, you can go on and on. Also, Deep Cover. You understand? Don't think Deep Cover was a mean. Man, Deep Cover was tough, man. That joint was like that. And my man was on Deep Cover. Lawrence Fishburne. You know, yeah. And then we come all the way up to the Ghetto Jones, Minister Society, Belly. You know, Belly a top-notch joint too. Don't sleep on Belly. Yeah, Cooley High. Yeah, you talking now, Slim. That's a classic, Cooley High. I cried when I first seen that joint. Cooley High is like that, Slim. Like that, man. My man, Preach was so smooth, man. Man, Stone and Rob are some petty jokers, man. They're some petty jokers, man. Stone and Robert, man. Yeah, man. But I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in, man. It's Thursday night, man. It's been a rough week for me and along with a lot of other people in the country like Brittany Griner. Brittany Griner, in case you haven't heard, actually pleaded guilty to the charges that were given to her by being stopped at the airport. And she's been incarcerated now for some months now, right? Maybe 2 months. Yeah. Yeah, close. Okay, yeah, 160 days. Yeah, that's close to 3 months. So she's right on the edge. Where she's been incarcerated for 3 months, and like yeah, yeah. So that's 160. That's almost 6 months. Yeah, yeah. You're right. Cause you're right. You're right. Absolutely. Six is 180 is 6 months. Right. That's what we meant to say instead of 6 weeks. Yeah, but in low to what we was talking about, how significant uh that move was today. A lot of people focusing on where KD going, but a bigger issue to me is where's Brittany Griner going because she's stuck in another country. KD gonna be all right. We can stop worrying about that. We need to shift the focus a little bit and try to focus on something, man, that our love and prayers could really push things to go in the right direction, man. KD is gonna be all right, man. And we fans of the game and all that. But KD's smooth, man. He doing what he do. You like it or not. You liked it when he went to Ghost State. You didn't like it. KD, all right, man. Man got 192 on the table, man. Just waiting on him, man. After coming off of 200. Man, what is you worried about KD for, man? Yeah, he going to be all right, man. We need to focus and shift a little bit and start. You got to know how to move that energy to something that's a little bit more important right now to me. I ain't saying what's important to you. I'm just saying from my perspective, from my moral compass, from a sports fan, one of the biggest things on my mind is seeing the outcome of Brittany Griner. Right? She's in unfamiliar territory. She ain't over DC jail. She ain't down Wausau County. She not in New York jail. She not in Atlanta jail. Man, she in another country. First time ever being incarcerated. Right? In another country. Another country, Slim. I think, we've been glossed over. Foreign countries are hard on law. Sean, I was looking for you today. You ain't show up. I got to get you in here, Sean, so you can tell the people about how it is to make a career off overseas basketball. This is a guy a friend of mine, who survived. You understand? A lot of people didn't make it to the NBA, but there were other sources to play where you can acquire income. You do the crime, you do the time. You can tell who typing that. Oh Lord, man! See how you saying that? We know, we never said she wasn't gonna get no time. We don't know what's gonna happen, Mike. But we talking about what we hoping for. And I thought you was a praying man. Just last week you was talking about church and singing in the choir. You going to husband conventions and all that. Now she do the crime, do the time. You done switch right up, huh? You done put that black hood on and went back on the block. You done tuck your little deacon shirt you be wearing, and you just gonna throw Brittany Griner underneath the bus. Come on, Mike, you can do better than that. We gotta do better than that, Mike. It's a serious issue with Brittany Griner. I think that should be one of the. Anytime. Now let me tell you something. You know how many people have been incarcerated and wrote a letter to the president and they never received it? Her letter. So that lets you know, I've been incarcerated. You write a letter to the president, your letter probably get to the president of the Boys Club. It'll never get to the president of the United States. So they're telling you, they're showing you that it is people working behind the scenes. You understand what you can't know everything. Some of the stuff you got to just go by your perception or what little bit of legality expertise you have, and some playing the guessing game. And then, some like Michael Belly, they say they don't care. But, man, when you seen Brittany Griner walk from behind the courtroom today with the Crenshaw red shirt on and the handcuffs on, you got to see her face, Slim. She's scared. She's terrified. She's terrified. She's terrified. Now, what's happening, a lot of people was talking about, man, she's stupid. She took a gamble. She been there many times. I agree with you. Now, we know she fucked up. We know that. That's off the table. See, everybody's saying something that we already know. We here now. So y'all going back. We here. Let's move forward. We know she fucked up, just like all of us did. Right? Now, there are consequences for mistakes. We understand that too. But we're saying when you're in a foreign country, it's totally different than being in another city because you have less representation. You don't get communication is bad. You're like behind time. Now, if you was in DC jail, you can get, if she was somebody like Brittany Griner, she'll probably be getting special treatment for what she did because she's a WNBA player. Right there, police will be getting her stuff, and she'll be eating what the other inmates wasn't eating. You know what I mean? I ain't even gonna talk about the other, what might be going on the physical aspect because that's not on, but over DC jail with the girls, if you got a little clout like she had, say like if she was locked up in DC for coming in Reagan like that, Slim, she would be over DC jail getting special treatment, blah, blah, blah. Over there, we don't even know if she eating. We don't know what she eating, but she should have thought about all this when she tried to bring it back. Mike, first of all, you're right. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. I think she overthought it. You know how people, that's why people are so smart you ever heard somebody say, you're too smart for your own good? Now, it's a lot of people that go out of town, Las Vegas. They got the weed up Las Vegas. Or they got the weed, let's say anywhere. And your little sock, man, Vaseline. You see what I'm saying? And because you got over with it 10 times, you be like, oh man, that shit ain't about nothing. No, they just wasn't on you then. It was something else they was really for. They already, bam. But when they on you, the smallest thing, they go after you and make stick. You follow what I'm saying? So just because you get through the airport 20 times with something, don't think you can get through 21 times. Now, like you said, Mike, she probably been over there 5 or 6 times or whatever because she was over there for a year. So it's obvious she's been back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So this one time, that's even more disbelief. I can't believe they doing this. I do this all the time, but I can't say that because that's not the grounds of defense you're gonna use. You're not, because it ain't gonna work. Only thing you go is now, I didn't know. You flip it. You can not talk from me to you telling you, Slim, man, I do that shit all the time. Yeah, I do. Yeah, ain't. Now you on the big scale, you gotta flip it. Man, I ain't know. It sounds stupid. It accidentally got. I was rushing. She said I was rushing. I never meant to break the law, and it got in my bag. Now, me and you know, she put it in there. She took it up in the socks and all that, stuck it inside till she weighed about 12 and a half, put it in the boot and all. We know that. But when she came through the airport, it's something she been doing regularly, and she been getting away with it. But because of her being a victim of circumstances, it's a war going on. It's a war going on. And there you go. Now you start talking about, because the United States has already sent $1 trillion to Ukraine. 1 trillion. So people saying, wait a minute, we had all that money. Man, y'all knew we had all that money all that time. Y'all been getting that paper and PPD loan for 2 years. Y'all fake jokes talking we had it. Y'all knew we had all that money. They paid us for 2 years. They gave us for 2 years. They gave you checks and cars and food stamps and all. So we got money. It's all about what we're going to open the floodgates for. It's the causes that we're going to invest in as a country. Like right now, one of the biggest things that's not in our community, it's in the other community, is opiate deaths. And 26 out of the rest of the cities, the largest death for white people is what? Opioid overdose. So now, since it's starting to hit them harder, right? So now they want to come up with programs and all this. So basically, for us to receive on a human level what we should, we have to let it happen to them first, and then we get the crumbs off of when they get. We still getting in the back of the line because they getting first because they coming up with. So it's a scam. It's all the way. But look, I won't move the prayers up. Oh, this is my man. Hold on. What's up, B? B. Oh, I might. B. Hold up. B.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Huh? Oh, no, I turned it down.
Huh?
This one? Yeah, boy, he should be talking. Oh,
Yeah, can
man.
you hear me?
B.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
go ahead, B. What you saying?
I was saying, like, what time you give me Saturday? If you give me a Saturday, because I'm working double shifts now, so it's hard for me to come on Friday, Thursday.
I don't care what day you come. I don't care. I caught you Saturday. What you want to do in the morning?
Yeah, but
Uh,
it was on the same time you did last time. What, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, something like that. You told me.
9 o'clock, good. I'm on the show. I got you at
Okay.
9.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm
No,
not on
you ain't
Facebook for
sorry,
a
man.
month.
We gotta be sorry for you, my friend. You can call the show. Tell me you sorry.
Nah, but I didn't know. I didn't know.
Man,
You
you
know.
all
All
right,
right,
man.
all right.
All right.
Call me later on. Call me. All right,
Okay.
all right, okay.
All right. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. For those of y'all don't know, man, we're just gonna start on the part of the show that we always start, which is prayers up, man. We want to send the prayers out to first and foremost, I want to send them out to one of my family members has lost their wife. They've been married for a lot of years, man. I know it's over 30, I think. And he just lost his wife, which is Michael Hunter. I want to send him prayers up. I wish y'all give my family member, my first cousins, prayers up, man. He lost his wife, the battle. She was in the battle. I don't know. I don't have no specifics about, in detail. I really never really go into detail because I try to give people their privacy and just be there for them from a spiritual aspect of anything or anything that you can do to help. You know what I mean? Tend the service. Bring a pie, give some money, anything you can do, man. I'm gonna tell you something. In the midst of a storm, anything helps as long as it's not negative energy. You know what I'm saying? So, I want to send. Who moved down in the Virginia area years after being in New York for so long. And man, it's a very serious uh, thing to lose anybody, especially a family member. And the funny thing about it is we all have suffered in that area, man, whether it been a cousin, a friend, an aunt, a brother, a sister, a grandmother, man, somebody you cared about. We done lost a lot of good people, man. And I think we should, take time out, man, to start being a little bit more kinder to each other, man. You know what I mean? Just try to figure out a way, man, to stop, moving in malice, man. That's what I call it, moving in malice, man. A whole bunch of negative energy, man. Some, we losing, man. We losing because that's kind of like on us. We got to do better, man. We got to do better. I also want to give us prayers out to Brittany Griner and her family, her fiance or her wife. I think she's married. She's married, right? Her wife, Mrs. Griner, if you wanted to contact all over the place, podcast for any type of support, you can contact me, Slink, the host, CEO, owner of the podcast, and whatever I can do. I send my condolences out to you, whatever I can do. You never know how resourceful we all can become once we stick together. You know what I'm saying? So, Mrs. Griner, if you want to contact me at All Over the Place Podcast, 202-316-2687. I don't know how to get in contact with you. There you have it. That's an open invitation to a direct line to me on my business line. Also, I want to send prayers out to our community right now, man. And even the people who was murdered on the 4th by the guy who in Chicago, in Illinois, once again, Chicago is the tip of the iceberg with just pure murder, man. Blood all in the streets, man. Seven killed, right? Numerous hurt, several more shot, you know, husband and wife killed as they jumped over top of their toddler to protect them. Just a cold-blooded massacre. Now the kid is an orphan. Both his parents were killed. Yeah, protect. He was an infant. He dived over him. Dived over where they took the slugs. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to figure in a situation like that where there's high-power rifles and all that, or whatever he had, whatever type of gun, I ain't a gun freak, but whatever type of gun he had, it's just spitting them Jones out. You know what I'm saying? So you're seeing people drop like on TV, like almost like a movie. You know what I mean? People dropping like a movie, but now it's become real life. And this guy had several incidents with the police prior to that, where he was telling the people what he gonna do, and it's just it's crazy just because he don't look like us. And also they come to find out more information is coming out about the other brown and black kids that were slaughtered in that school, where the police had a clear shot at him before he went in there and didn't take the shot. He was like my man on Negotiator when he could have shot Samuel Jackson. He said, you got a shot? Take the shot, right? Because you got to get an order. If you sniper. Now, I ain't no police. No, slow down. I don't know police procedure standard. I'm just coming off the hip for one of the police friends. No, they ain't for code 844, because you never know who listening. But I got police clients, they'll tell me exactly. But today on the radio, they said he could have took the shot. He seen the guy. He was in the school, the rifle. Remember the school where they killed the Spanish kids and the black kid? Yeah, he seen the guy, right? He seen the guy, right? He seen the guy walking with the gun. He had a clear shot. He asked his commando or whoever in charge, said, man, I see him. Can I take the shot? And for some odd reason, they say he didn't hear him, or it wasn't clear whether he thought what he said. And when he turned around and tried to gather himself, the dude was gone. Because it was, you have small window opportunity, Yeah. It's just like it was, I don't know how many some of y'all seen Negotiator. You ever seen Negotiator? Negotiator's with Samuel Jackson. Samuel Jackson, well, he was considered a Deon Sanders negotiator. No, he was a Deon Sanders type negotiator. His negotiator worked with the police, if they have hostages. Kevin Spacey. You seen it? Okay. Now, well, I'm going to bring you up to speed, and you probably remember. He was considered a top-notch, a Deon Sanders of the negotiator. When he come on the scene, he take over, boom, he talk a dude down, dude put his gun down and all that. They flipped it on him. They made him the villain. They framed him through paperwork. That's why I tell people you can be framed through paperwork. All you got to do is do a paper trail. They built the case against him through paperwork from allegedly stealing out of retirement funds, right? It was 6 dirty cops, or hypothetically, 6 dirty cops. All of them was getting money off hedge funds and stuff like that from the company, or retirement. They stealing their co-workers' retirement and all that, right? And he was getting close to figuring it out. So they flipped it on him, man. It seemed like he went cuckoo. Any of y'all remember that movie? The Negotiator. But long story short, they surrounded the building. They had him. He had a hostage. And they had the snipers on right there. You got the little earpiece in. You gotta let your command, because all you is in the junk. What you got? You got a clear vision of suspect? He said, oh, I don't have a clear shot. Then he said, oh, suspect's on the roof. Suspect, he said, I got a clear shot. And the dude said, take the shot. Take the shot. But my man's so good as a negotiator. He started talking because all of them got the joint on, right? He said, what y'all trying to kill me? I'm getting too close to the truth. What's going on? He got in the sniper's ear. Huh? Yeah. He got in the sniper's head, right? He said, what y'all trying to kill me? We worked together all these years. Man, now y'all trying to kill me? What's going on? So the dudes that wasn't with it, he said, take the shot. Take the shot. What's up, Bill? Take the shot. Take the shot. He never took the shot. And long story short, they end up uncovering the scam, and they end up busting the police that was with it. But they tried to kill him. Once they realized, yeah, you got to watch it, Slim. Watch the game and that Negotiator. They got jewels in there. How many of y'all out there seen Negotiator? Let me see what somebody talking about. Who was that? Second to last. That's Yeah. So nervous to see you. I miss you today. Man, what you talking about? You wasn't nervous when we went in drug fair and stole them M&Ms? Talking about you nervous. What's up, B-Fry? Michael Ellison, a.k.a. B-Fry, 18. What's up, boy? As you been looking like your daddy out there, boy. Got that beard growing real good. How your wife doing? I can see you smiling already. I ain't even got to see you. I already know you showing a smile. You smiling. And, stop pressing them people out there. That's my man. Hey, Rick, how you doing? I heard about the mess that we got over there on Riggs Road. There's a lot of work to do. We'll get to it. How you feeling? I was just saying prayers up to, if y'all got anybody want, she doing fine. Okay, good. You with me. That's what I'm talking about. Tell her I send my love. Is she with you now? I don't want to hear about she doing fine. Is she right beside you? Because you like Tupac. All I need is me and my girlfriend. Which girlfriend you talking about? All I need is that. So I got to watch you. Which girlfriend you talking about, B? Is your girl beside? That's my man. Long time friend, over 35 years. My man. It's so good. Yeah, she good. And I told her, okay, all right. That's what I'm talking about. Man, one day we got to get you in here, Slim, anytime that I broadcast. You got to open. I'm good. Oh, I know you good, Rick. What you see over there? It's a mess? It's a mess over there. Sorry, I got to let my wife go home. She was so frustrated. She didn't get enough sleep last night. She didn't get enough sleep the day before. So I told her just go and get some rest. And our daughter, prayers up for my daughter also. She went through a bone graft surgery, which her wisdom tooth was laying on her nerve. And they had to do emergency surgery. For a lot of y'all that don't know, it's so painful that you had to be put to sleep. Some people, 1 out of every 10 could stay up for that surgery. I don't know about y'all, but a lot of people don't like the dentist. The dentist is something that black folks don't really like to go when they got to get stuff done. They like to go if they get some fresh teeth and all that. But I'm talking about when you got to get teeth worked on and all that pulled and root canal and all that, first thing we think about is pain. The first thing that comes to your mind when you go, man, you got to go to the dentist. The first thing equate to your brain, oh, man, it's going to hurt. Right? But I'm going to tell y'all something. This is a little secret. Today's technology with 80% of the procedures in the dentist, it doesn't hurt. Now, the other 20%, you might feel some pressure. Like if you get a tooth pull, back in the day, now you feel it coming out your gum because they got something, you can actually feel it through the nerve because everything is connected through the nerve. So you can feel them pull it out, but you're like, damn, I can't feel it. It ain't hurting. They do use different procedures to do different things. Like if you got a tooth broken off in a gum, how would you think that they would get that tooth out? Okay, that's something you can touch. Yeah, just get your burns, boy. I want to ask the audience out there, all y'all candy eating jokers, you know what I'm saying, with terrible dental coverage. I ain't got terrible dental coverage. I go to dentist every 6 months. Come on, man. I seen all that. Man, listen. How would you think a dentist will get a tooth out, one of your back teeth out of your gum? Because those are the teeth that usually go bad first. Either your front two teeth, or your back teeth, because you do all the chewing and stuff like that with the candy and all that. A lot of people blow it out with candy. And then a lot of it is hereditary. You inherit your teeth. You know what I'm saying? They might be like on your daddy's side, or you might have your mama's teeth. You see what I'm saying? If you look at your mama's teeth, you go back and look at the structure, the teeth, you can see, damn, I got my daddy's teeth. You might have your daddy's skull, your mama's nose, your daddy's, you know what I'm saying? It could be like that. But back to what I'm saying is, how do y'all think to get a tooth out? Because I got the answer. If somebody can get it, I'll give them a $25 cash app. $25 cash app. How do you think you get a tooth out the back that's in the gum? I got one answer. Cut the gum. Anybody answer for a $25 cash app? I'll give them a minute. In the meantime, Give y'all a minute. Some answers, y'all. Y'all must have won this $25 cash out. I'm moving up to 50. I'm feeling pretty good. One more drink, I might move to 100. The question is, if you had a tooth in the back that's in the gum, all the way in the gum, you stick your tongue like that, you can't feel nothing but the gum. You know your tooth, you gotta stick it down. Nothing gray. How do you get that tooth in the gum? That's the first thing. How do you get it to They numb the gum. No, there's nothing to pull. What you gonna pull? You got gums. You trying, Rick? You trying to get that $25? Ricky trying to get that $25. That's what I like about my brother. That's my brother-in-law. Shout out to my brother-in-law, man. Hey, Kevin Claggett. Just in case you tuning in, it's a $25 gas card for anybody who can tell me a procedure that is done at the dentist where you have a regular tooth that's broken off in your gum so far that there's nothing to grab. It's down in your gum. How do they extract? That's what they call them, using dental words now. How do they extract the tooth? But anyway, we moving right along, and we'll check your answers out. And if you're all right, first to be right, once I go back and check it, I'll send a message to you and tell you to send me your Cash App information. You will receive a $25. So you can keep trying. Somebody else might not be trying. You might be the only dude to keep trying. If you try hard enough, you might win. You know what I mean? So don't give up. And there's no time frame on the $25 gas card. It don't just run out after the show. Once I go back and look at the comments, y'all know I look at all the comments. I respond to everybody. That's one of the reasons why I like to go live, because I like to get a feel for what people are going through or what they're feeling out there. You know what I'm saying? Now, women do more emotionally than men, but it's starting to change. Oral surgery. Good God, Kevin. You're getting good now. That's too bland of an answer. What's up, Grizz? You send me that information or what? I ain't see nothing. Kevin Durant, put that up there, Slim. Kevin Durant. Where is he going? Where's KD going? I should run a daggone. You know what I should run? I should run. You know what I might do from All Over the Place podcast? I might have a Kevin Durant sweepstakes. I might do that. You know what? I'm gonna run a, what they call that when you buy tickets when you go in there to say, or you know when you go in a place and they say, I might have a Kevin Durant sweepstakes, a raffle. No, you're getting good. Mhm. Those are amateurs. You don't need to cut the gum because the nerves is in your gum. You start talking about the gum. You start talking about root canal. Back to the call. Yeah, Sean, you can call. Oh, but he go. Where you going? You going now? You going back? Sean, inbox me your number, man. Cause I just Katie not to the. Hey, I heard you saying that. Put that out there. Somebody shared what you took. Katie not going to the barbershop. Yeah, but listen, Katie he probably own barbershops. He don't got to go. You know, the one thing I can say about this dude. This is what you got to realize about a lot of these guys. And this the part outside of basketball where I give these dudes a lot of credit. They understand their worth. KD, LeBron, it's a few guys that understand, even Kyrie to a certain degree, because they understand. See, they don't understand finance. They understand ticket sales. They understand exactly. They're not just playing basketball. They're checking the numbers, right? See, while everybody checking their numbers, guess what they checking? They checking to see what the owner's clocking. See, while we check KD and them numbers, KD laying back, say, man, that motherfucker made $400 million off me. Because, see, they got people that do that. They got people to check them, man, find out what the owner made. See, because they can find out what's really going on. See, the people don't think we don't think like that. Oh, we think, man, he holding the team up. Man, he drawing. Y'all missing the big picture. These guys are companies. They're not just basketball players. Barkley and them was basketball players. Man, they are entities which they generate billions of dollars. See, they don't let certain people figure it out. That's why they're like, man, I do what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to make $20 million. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of people going to disagree with the way they handle things, but we got to start tracking the money. And then you'll start seeing why some of these guys make the decision that they make. You know what I'm saying? The only thing between LeBron and KD is LeBron never left a team. He was a free agent. So he finished his contracts out. That's the only difference between LeBron and KD. He never asked to come up and say, I want to be traded. What he do is he completes his obligation. Boom. Because you know what? Once you complete it, you hold more weight. Right? And you really in more control. See, now the people now, they can wait KD out. See, if they just want to make, right. And even though KD can afford not playing because the TV, see, there's more people than the owners. There's people start going against the owners too. Like, hold up, Slim, this dude box office. We need to get this dude back on the floor, get him out there some way. Y'all better make their start. It's people bigger than the owners, the networks, the media outlets. Just put pressure on them. Man, look, yeah, the TV, that's why they accepted all these deals from the TVs and all the advertising. See what I'm saying? These are the people paying these boys salaries. So they're like, hold up, man, you got my man down, man. You know what I'm saying? I need to get my man back on the playing field, Slim. This dude he generate. Don't fake all that basketball team. And a lot of times, a lot of these owners, the basketball teams are their hobbies because they made money off oil. They made money off insurance. They made money off of steel. Yeah, they made money off some of the finest what they call stuff like gold and silver. What do they call that? Commodities. They're commodities. They're commodities. That's what they are. It's something that they can enhance or hurt based on whether right. But all that's based on the market, whether it's up or down. Like if y'all go back and we own sports, we own business because sports is a business too. See, that's what people get off. They go, oh, shoot the jumper. Sometimes we got to pay attention to that. Money ain't just a swish. Money is a contract that will get you generational wealth. See, these dudes now, Slim, they make a generational wealth. Right? They're making the type of money that everybody broke laws. People that shot people that sold drugs, people that had broken houses, robbed banks and everything, trying to get the kind of money that these guys are making for shooting basketball. Right? But that's a craft. So the league is built up of how many percentage of people that look like us? Would you say it's over 70 people that look like me and you? Mm-hmm. That's over 70. Yeah, over 70. So I'm saying that. So now you're talking about what 70% seems like a lot in the NBA, right? But guess what? Only 1 out of 3 people make it to the NBA. No, let me take that back. 3 out of 100. So where?
Think about how many colleges there are, high schools there are. Like that pot go down. You know, his head is. You know what I'm saying?
I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you. Pour me something, baby. Give me a little taste, man. Give me a little hit. That's my man with Edward Scissorhands over that motherfucker do everything. Watch the monitors, pour the drinks. That motherfucker, he stay up the line, man. This man is X-Man. One thing about over here, and let's give him some shout out to 2904 Minnesota Avenue, South Side, Southeast Side, not the Northeast Side. Northeast Side, you end up there. You make a left and go towards Golf Place. That's the Northeast Side. You have to go to Southeast Side, make the right. Get down here by one of the baddest crab, the Rough and Ready of DC. That's next door. What's the name of that joint? Morris. We right there with Morris. Thank you, my brother. Right there with Morris at. I'm going to give me some Playboy bartenders while I'm down here. I'm hiring 2 Playboy bartenders. Make $25 an hour. You're going to be here another 2 hours. So people look at that, man, ain't doing ever. All you got to do is come in and fix drinks and wear little Daisy Dukes or something. Or you got to be attractive. You got to be gorgeous. And you got to keep your shorts high. Oh, that's Bell Show. You got to keep your shorts high on the ass cheek. Then we done got off the rant, got on ass cheeks. That's how quick you can just move around. That's why it's called All Over the Place podcast. Man, but look, the talk is all over the internet. It's all over they can't even have Sports Center without talking about where is Kevin Durant going. Now they're saying he went dark. They turned him into Jack Bauer. They say he went dark. Man, they done turned a basketball player into like my man said, you're a killing machine. You're a $30 million killing machine. That's my man on Jack Bauer. Hey, love all Jack Bauer. Watch all Jack Bauer. That's one of my favorite actors too, Matt Damon. That's my man. You watched all 3 Jack Bauers? Let's go back. Born Identity, Matt Damon. That's what I was talking about. Born Identity, Born Supremacy. And it's 4. Born Identity, Born Supremacies. It's 4 of them. Then they had the one with the other dude. I think the dude Khan, my man Sonny off Godfather. That's the reason why I done that clip today too. James Caan died today, so he's gone. Rest in peace, Sonny. You know what I'm saying? You played that role. You know what I'm saying? Bada bing, bada boom. I like the way Sonny took that girl upstairs and knelt her at the wedding. Sonny, my man, but let me tell you one thing about Sonny and Godfather. You got to watch. That's what Godfather was teaching. You know, they said he was a bad Don. Born supremacist. Born Identity. Oh, you funny. Go ahead. Go ahead, I got it. Go ahead. Give me all the go ahead. Okay, Born Legacy was when they right. That's the guy that played James Bond too. He played, I think, some of the.
I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch that. Could you please say that again?
Yeah. Well, Born Identity. He went dark. They didn't say underground. These are like CIA terms. He went dark. Dude said, man, how about if he just on a vacation with his family, want to chill? Because it is the off season. But because he is the biggest issue in sports right now, because you forgot the Warriors won the championship, because Durant's move was a chess move, it watered their championship down. It gives people a chance. Now they start, oh man, they wouldn't have won it if such and such woo. See, that's how it happened. It's one It's one narrative that will change and will smash what's existing. What's existing is the Warriors won the championship. It's their 4th title, 6 championships in 8 years. They won 4, right? You got to look at the Warriors. Listen, the Warriors been to 8 championships. No, back that up. The Warriors been to 6 championships in 8 years and won 4 of them. That's a very high percentage. They won 4, right? And they actually could have won the one with, Draymond. They lost to Kawhi and they lost to LeBron. That's it. Two legends, 2 Hall of Famers. Nothing to be ashamed of, right? And that's something to go on it. That's something to go on LeBron and Kawhi's legacy. They beat, because for real, they was really 72 win team. You know what I mean? Sports Talk, what you think? What do y'all think? Give me some feedback. Let me call my man and see what he say. He going back to Cap. Who? Oh, he talking about Durant. Hey, listen. Okay. A lot of people thought I was crazy. I said, if he go back to the Golden State, they're going to give him Jordan Poole, Wiggins, Wiseman, and a pick. Of course they want him back. No. No. But they're on the road now. They don't want to see. They ain't like that drought, that 2 year, but they ain't go to playoffs and all that. See, they building it, and then Clay getting better. See, Clay getting better, but but the only thing about it is, but they not guaranteed. Listen, they're not worrying about them youngers. You know what they worrying about? Steph Curry. They want to win everything they can win right now. They right there. So they don't have time to be, you going to bang on Poole or Durant walking down there raising up? Man, listen. Hey, what's up, babe boy? What's up, Mess? Mess, you came in, and what we were talking about is the teams that were lobbying for Kevin Durant. They say it's more teams in the race than people think. So people said Toronto was thinking about gutting their roster, because that's what you got to do. You just going to have to leave Durant with something. You can't leave with nobody to play with, right? And if you leave, let's just say, hypothetically, let's just say go to Miami. What do they have to give up? What did Miami have to give up? Well, they got some players they could throw. Listen. Well, they gave up 5 players and 4 picks, 4 or 5s. But you got to look at this. They gave up 5 bums. See, it's different for Durant. They ain't giving up no 5 bums because they got to replace the ticket sales. See, they already set in Minnesota with ticket sales. Exactly. Yeah, everything. That's why the same thing over there ain't over here. Durant, but they might be busts. Look at the last 4 or 5 ones that came out the league. Got Ben Simmons. Was Ben Simmons number 1? Right. They'll just be in the first round. That's why you can get the 30th pick, the 28th pick. Right. See, you're talking to a guy. Sean, you could call in and say what you're saying on the mic. And you could be anonymous. You could talk to the people and let them know about your own experience in playing overseas, so you understand the game a lot more than a lot of people do. I never played overseas. You know what I'm saying? And when you play overseas, or when you play for money, you understand, or you develop a concept of business about the league. See, a lot of people just play basketball and they think it's but man, my man, look here, is that dude talking, man, that's my man. Was he at your auntie funeral? You know what I'm saying? It was, man, did he make sure your grandma was cool when she broke her neck and make sure You know what I mean? Because that's what friends do. You know what I mean? So before I can claim, man, that's my man. Man, this dude, I know a dude. You know what I'm saying? It's like my wife, we had went to a funeral last week, you know what I'm saying, which a guy who was going to play and who played for the Lakers and all that. I didn't even say nothing to him because what I looked at is walking up to some guy, man, we were there for his grandmother. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't about trying to meet him. It's about the legacy of his grandma. You know what I'm saying? So dudes be, you know, man, what's wrong with dudes, man? Clout chasing, man. Man, what's up? Man, let a man have his space. And see, that's what a lot of people fear anyway. People just trying to put rush up on him because they know who you is. Just because you know who dude, man. Yeah. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Give it to me. What's that last person? Sean. The number to call in is 202-316-2687. Give me why Durant is going to Golden State. Well, first of all, for me, I think Phoenix not in Cali. Yeah, that's Arizona. Nah. Zion's back, and he looked good. He lost some weight. You see him? You didn't see his clips? Looks great. Zion lost some weight, but he didn't lose weight to the point where he looked small. He lost weight to the point where he looked solid instead of hamburger ham. Right. Looked like now, you know, because he can't lose all that weight because he has a power game. You know what I'm saying? And him getting smaller, his power would go away. You know what I'm saying? Once you get smaller, half of his game some of it is based on how much weight he can, you know, because he dropped that shoulder. And with his athletic ability, ain't no question. Exactly. How long y'all think Zion gonna play? Y'all think he gonna make it as long as Blake Griffin did? Because Blake Griffin was just like him when he came to the league. You know, Blake Griffin went over Steph Curry in the draft. Now people look back and say, man, look how Steph turned out, look how Blake turned out. They look like that was a bad pick. And then dude argument day, man, how could you take Steph Curry over Blake Griffin? I'm not saying he what. No, I'm saying they have a long career. No, you are exactly right. It would be almost impossible to look at Blake Griffin's college career and what he was doing and the impact he had in college and not take him over Steph Curry. But guess what? It was the wrong pick. See, that's what I'm trying to tell you. That sometimes people don't understand. They're like, man, you had to take, you had to take him, but just because you had to take something don't mean it was right. You know what I'm saying? So, and people are like, man, you crazy. But all you got to do to get the truth about something is look at the results. Look at the results of Blake Griffin, look at the results of Steph Curry. Here's a dude that couldn't carry a team. Here's a dude who you in. No, yeah, that's why we got to look back. You know, we looking forward now. Sometimes you can look at your decisions you made through experience and actuality, truths. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to keep hitting your head. You know, sometimes. Let's examine the facts. Step, yeah, you know, man, he was 6'10", Step was long, small. Yeah, that just mean, guess what? Guess what that mean? He wasn't futuristically looking. He wasn't looking further. Because all you seen was size, what he did in college. You see what I'm saying? Sometimes that's what Kanye be doing. That's how he keep winning. Think outside the box. And you see the car he trying to make? Oh, Lord. You see the car he trying to make over here? He put a little joint up with Kanye Gray, try to make a car, and then put at the end, amen. Gonna be made over here, amen. A foam car. But it sounds crazy. But just trying to materialize it just like DeLorean did back in the day when he got a car. How many of y'all seen the DeLorean story? You ever see that story? It's a movie. You go check the movie out. Ooh. Ooh, wait. Ooh. Whew. I had to take my glass off on them. Ooh, wait. Ooh, wait. Oh, man. Well, we talking sports. We talking Kevin Durant. We talking Zion. We talking Milwaukee making another run at. We talking Boston. Uh, will they trade Jaylen Brown? We talking what Brooklyn is actually looking for Kevin Durant, right? We talking what's up with the Lakers? Are the Lakers done? Is Anthony Davis? Is Kyrie going there? Is he going there? Is Kyrie going to the Lakers? Master P manufacturing cars now. See, these dudes, that's what I'm saying. Now, you listen, you can look at some of the stuff Master P, that's one of my favorites, Master P. If I had to be like any of them dudes, if I emulate how they hustle, and some got more money than Master P J, and you know what I mean? Some got a little bit more bread than Master P because Master P probably try to help a little bit more people than Jay. So Jay, he got his mind. He figured once I get there, then I can help. Master P and he put more of his own money and stuff too. He'll put up because he'd rather have say so because it's going to flip. You know what I'm saying? That's just like, for those of y'all don't understand, that's just like somebody that's hustling. That a guy will say, man, I'm going to buy 10 bricks. Where another dude say, well, I'm going to keep my money. Man, why don't you front me them 10? See, that's what you have, right? And then you look at the outcome of at the end where you had to put nothing up and you got what you got over there and you got the flip, right? But you might not have ownership. Like if we was doing a record deal, they say I heard a baby said that he did a 90-10 deal. So he got 90% of his, he owned 90% of his math, all that. The record label only got 10% because he said he was rich prior to going to the label. So he didn't have to ask for nothing. He knew his value. See what I'm saying? He felt if he gave them more out of what he was giving, I listened to him today. He said that they would be getting something for all, it would like diminish all the dudes that he lost. And Slink Toe said, man, what you talking, man, that's my man, friend. Where he at, Joe? The grind is all about. Overnight, these jobs, y'all telling people how they should run their company, and you ain't been there but 6 months. Slim, you got to be there. You got to build equity in that company. You got to show them people that you're competent. You got to show them people that you're dependable. You got to show them people that you listen, right? So you can be a good leader. See, a good leader is a good listener. That's how he learns how to lead because he takes in from everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Now he gotta funnel some BS out, but now I'm gonna give y'all a little game and then I'm gonna show y'all something. Body language is very important. Slim, you go holler at the dude, right? You got some serious information to tell him. When you deliver the information, you face to face. See, one thing about me, I always look at your posture. Now I'm looking at you now. That's a receiving posture. You're receiving the information that I'm saying, right? This is another way where you can tell somebody listening when you're talking to them and they're like this. This means I'm listening. Guess what this means? Man, come on, man. I heard it. It's a rebuttal to listening. So I'm showing y'all something. Well, a lot of y'all got to pay attention to body language. See, people don't say signs and symbols of being, motherfucker. Body language, you can spend an hour talking to somebody, Slim, and them some of your best thoughts, and you really thought they was taking it, trying to materialize or sterilize it, and whatever word match them up to. And all the time they thinking about, man, what's this motherfucker? Shut the fuck up, so I get the fuck out of here. Let me get some of your deepest thoughts with somebody just thought. I mean, that's jewelry to use. Your deepest thoughts are like diamonds. So we talking about the thought process. Now we talking about, people, I'm gonna tell you again, people get so caught up into the concept. Man, the phone do this. Man made the phone. So somewhere along the line, the dude that's creating these programs for the phone to do what they do, this dude's unbelievable. If you go back to the phones, you will say, people don't really think about some things because let me show you how distracted we are. If you go back to, what the hell is Wi-Fi? What is it? If people talk about, you on Wi-Fi? They don't even know what it is. They know they need it though. You know what I'm saying? But if you try to understand what it is, that lets you know it's vibrations. That's what the book I told you, go back and get the law of vibrations, one of the super laws. I'm going to introduce y'all to something. Super laws, the law of vibrations. That's Wi-Fi. There's something going on you can't even see. You see what I'm saying? Here go my man right here. He ready. Yeah. What's up, baby boy? What's happening?
Not much.
Where you at?
Hey.
Huh?
Who is it? Hey.
Yeah.
Is this the podcast?
Yeah.
Don't put me on live.
Okay. You don't want to go on. They don't know who you is. You just talking. They ain't see your face. They can't see your face.
Yeah, but this is kind of crazy, man. I've been talking to y'all from Cali for so long, so I'm in town now, so it's weird, man.
Man, you all right, man. All you got to do is settle in. You've been in Cali so long. It's different now. That's one thing too, Slim.
That's true. It is very, very, very true. You're right about that.
That's two different lifestyles of living. Then you're talking about two different cultures. Then, African Americans or whatever you want to call us are different in different areas based on our income. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you know what's funny you say that, because the same thing in California. Same thing in California, but like we were just saying earlier, I was just telling about when I was talking about Kevin Durant.
Right.
The same thing about that. See, when you have the means to live beyond the way the most normal people live, you know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, right now where I'm staying at, where I just noticed, see where I'm coming from, Cali, it's majority white and Hispanic. The neighborhood I live in, I'm the only black person there except for the apartment complex across the street. Right. So you have blacks there. But see, I come here, and where I'm staying at now, I was staying at a place in Silver Spring, and I know it's a type of different culture. You have more Somalian culture. You see your whites, of course, and then you come over where I'm at Queens Chapel now. It's more Jamaicans and Nigerians and Hispanic.
Right.
And of course, anywhere you go, you have Hispanic. Now, when I was living in Singapore, you had a mixture of everyone. I mean, all my overseas experiences basically, guess what, has adapted me so much that I really don't even, pay attention to what I live amongst, because I'm so used to. So you saying because of your experience in living overseas, in a place like Singapore. Overseas. Well, not only Singapore, England, Argentina, all these different. So you lived in Singapore. Yes, I lived in Singapore for 9 years. And you lived in where else you lived? I went to England. Okay. Argentina, Mexico. See, so you know what I'm saying? So honestly, when I see people most of the time, I don't see like all this color thing. It's because the thing is, when I first left DC, think about this. I only knew DC. I only knew my root. I didn't know anything about all these other different cultures, and I didn't know that. So I left here on a limb to just take a chance and say, you know what? This is what I wanted to do, and I'm going to base it on my talent. So I took my basketball talent from here and took it. And okay. Now that people understand that, what year was that? So that was around 80, what, 84? That was basic 88. Okay, 88. 86. Okay, 88. Well, actually 86. I left here in 86, actually. And you went where? Actually, I went to California. Okay, there. You went to California, stayed in California from 86 to what? Well, I'm still there. No, I'm talking about when you start moving around, when you start living elsewhere. Oh, when I started moving around. I'm trying to get you all the way up to current speed back to living in Cali. Okay, you went to Cali, you left DC, you went to Cali. When you leave these places, you see different cultures. Oh, you moved to Cali, went to Cali, went to where? Well, I went to Cali. I went to basically Singapore.
Okay, you went to Singapore.
Yep.
What is Singapore like?
It was just an Asian life, basically the government there, they don't mess around. So basically to me, I felt good because there was something Ernie was talking about what's the young lady's name?
Brittany Griner.
Okay, so I don't want to say too much on that issue because I would just rather say it personally because I've experienced that. I took a gamble. I know I shouldn't have, but I took that gamble because one thing about Singapore, the same thing as Russia. They tell you on your flight right before you get ready to land. See, a lot of people don't know this when you go to these foreign countries. Right before you get ready to land, the first thing they tell you, it's a drug offense in Singapore, and if you caught with anything, blah, blah, blah,
right,
you already know the consequence. So think about it. You may be getting ready to land, so your flight is about 15, 20 minutes or maybe 30 minutes to get ready to land. You already know what you got in your suitcase.
Right. Man,
you already know what you got in your purse. And so my thing is, I'm not saying anything against her, but I'm just saying you speaking to a person that you know what, I can tell you, but because we're off the record, but I've taken some, just not a lot, but I've taken a couple of eighths of weed over there, and I got away with it.
Right.
But I didn't keep doing it. Because you know what happens? This is what happens. You figure because I leave San Francisco, and I got through the system in San Francisco, and I got everything in my bag, what I need, right? And then I'm going to the next place. So the next place might be a little harder than San Francisco as far as checking. And usually this is the deal. When you're an American and you travel overseas, they already know. So what you up against already is a lot of times you go to these countries, they either hate Americans or they don't. But you got to realize something. Everything is based on one thing, and what are two things, and what are those factors? What they see on TV, and when they see tourist people come to their country.
Right.
Because most of these countries, the tourist dollars are the key to their country. But because of what we're going through right now, she took a gamble, like I said, and took a gamble, I think, at the wrong time, and bam. And she's been there many times. She's been there many times. So you know what? That's what the girls do on the off season. They go over there to make extra money.
Right. They say she was making $1 million over there.
There you go. See, that's what I'm saying. So like I said, I've lived that international life. I understand it. Like I said, dude, I did that once, twice. And then I said, you know what? I can't do this anymore because I never forget one time I was in San Francisco and see, they got those little, what do you call those little dogs? Those, I forget the name of them, but see, they walking past your bags, and the next thing you know, dude, you're in trouble. See, some people, they sloppy about things, the way they're handling stuff, and if you're gonna do that, you gotta, like I said, it's a gamble. It's a big gamble, and I did it. And to be honest with you, nobody knew but me, so I knew if I got something happen, I had to deal with the consequence.
Right. So you saying, man? So you okay.
Believe me, I'm just, like I said, I'm talking through serious experience. I knew that's the factor right there. You got to deal with the consequences when you, and she took a gamble.
Yeah.
She took a gamble.
Believe it or not, that's what one of the, believe it or not, that's what one of the, now I know that she took a gamble. I was trying to find a way to figure out, man, what is going to happen to her?
Well, guess what? She's basically, like I said, my sister always told me since I've been playing ball overseas, even when I first left here and everything, she said, Sean, I just want to tell you something. At that time, she was working for the Attorney General, Alberto Gonzalez, and Janet Reno.
Right.
So after that, now she's with ATF. But she was always telling me when I travel, she said, I'm going to just let you know, stay out of other countries' laws because their laws don't apply to our laws. Right. See, like when I was in England, you got to check in with the police department. Singapore, like I said, once you come in that country, you basically locked in because there's nowhere you're going to escape. And they're like this: you do something bad in their country, they're gonna black flag you, so you can never come to their country again. You can't even stop in the airport to go to a connecting flight to go to another country. They just basically blackball you. So, like I said, these countries are strict. North Korea. I've been through there, and it was like the most creepiest feeling in the world. And I was just going through the airport to come back here, and it's just creepy. Things you hear, the reports you hear, and it's like I said, the Asian people, they don't care. What life to them is a lot different than it is to us. And I experienced it, And what I did was I wanted to meet, when I got there, Singapore, I wanted to meet a Asian Singaporean. Because see, this is the deal. The women are always going to be truthful about stuff. The guys, they want to, they worried about, you know what, well, why you here in this country? Why you taking our women? You talking to our women. That's the way they look. Here in America, we could care less.
Right.
But there, it's all about, why are you taking our women? You taking our women? You taking our women? So it's so it's a whole, like I said, it's a whole different mentality.
I could just imagine, man. I could just imagine being in a country. You know what? That for real, I'm gonna be honest. That's probably one of the few things that I would be nervous about is going in countries like that because of stories and stuff I done heard or bad experiences. But if I had, I would definitely wouldn't go over there for no vacation. But if I had business over there like you did, so you had business over there, you was going over there. You had somewhere you were going, basketball, and everything was organized. So you had your plan already together. But I would never go to one of them countries just to visit. Like, I couldn't do that.
But I did. I went to Cambodia. You know why I went to Cambodia? You know why I went to Vietnam? I went to Vietnam because I've heard so many things about the Vietnam War. So guess what? I told myself I want to go there based, you know what? I want to pay the respect to the military people that I've never got to know. It was a personal thing for me. I had uncles that were in the military. I just wanted to go over there just to experience that feeling. And the Vietnamese people are good people.
Right.
Cambodian people are good people. You know why? Because if you never had anything, what you need to be mad about?
Right. So they poor.
You see what I'm saying? Yes, that was a third world country. That's what makes it. What makes a third world country? Yeah. A lot of people don't even know this stuff. What makes a third world country? You have no natural resources.
Right.
So these countries don't have natural resources. So like I said, if you've never had anything, why are you angry? You're not angry because if you never had anything, you don't have anything to be mad about. But you come to the U.S. and people just mad and they have everything here.
Yeah. We done got spoiled. We as a country, we a spoiled brat.
Exactly. So you see the mentality you develop when you've gone to these different countries. You don't develop a mind of hate. You develop a mind of understanding how the world works. Because you're doing, like I said, also. I took it, like I said, I took a gamble, even going over here when I left school and everything to make it on my own. But I guess what I couldn't do. One thing I always said in my soul, you know what I couldn't do? I couldn't come back to my country as a failure.
Right. Man,
there you go.
You did good, man. You did good,
there you
man.
Go.
I'm proud of you. I mean, you come a long way from stealing them M&Ms at drug fair. That's what I like about it.
Already killing me with that. I was like, what the? Oh.
Hey, well, man, we did a long way. Hey, man, we come a long way, man. But you know, one of the beauties of everything, Slim, is that, you know, that you okay. You know, your family.
And I didn't forget my root.
Yeah.
And never forgot my root.
Yeah. And we bless. You know what I tell people now as we get older, and even young people. See, young people don't really understand.
No, they don't.
What we understand because they're young. And, you know, we was young, too. You couldn't tell us nothing. When we was young, man, people act like now they done got old. They don't remember when they was young. You got to go back to when you was young. We had to go through. We had to get through just to figure it out. It's just different now. You know, things are so much more dangerous now because everybody owns a gun. And the people that don't own it, they got one. You know, they don't own it, but that don't mean they don't, you know, because if somebody owns something, they own it.
But you know what though? We didn't do this. We didn't smoke weed or drink and then drive 100 miles an hour down the street so the police can see us and pull us over. Now we got issues for the rest of our life.
Yeah.
Like I told my sister the other day, I told her, you know what? I used to steal your car. She's like, what? I said, I used to take your car. I said, but guess what we did? We made sure we put gas in it and we parked it back where it's supposed to be parked at. She said, what?
Yeah, that was big. That was big. Then you're right, though, because you know what will really fuck you up? When you steal your older sister's car and you come back and that parking space gone. You can't deny that you'll ride around the block like, God damn. I can't believe, you know what I'm saying? Because that's one of the only things you think about when you leave the parking space going. Because you see you really leaving out so late. You think ain't nobody going to get that space because you ain't taking during the daytime. You taking it where everybody don't know you driving it because they know who car it is. Everybody know, is there was such and such and such and such car? So you got to wait till nighttime. What's up, Eric Johnson? How you doing, man? Good to have you back. How you feeling?
Hey, so you know what? I need to come see you, man. I just got caught up in a bunch of stuff.
Well, you trying to come see me tomorrow?
Yeah, yeah. You gonna be available tomorrow?
Yeah. What time you talking about?
Well, you know what? Hey, I got free time, so you know what? It's like
12:30, man. 12:30.
Okay.
That's the time you get some breakfast. You know what I mean? Do what you want to do.
Breakfast.
Yeah, but I don't know your schedule.
I don't know. Hey, look here. Honestly, I got an open schedule. My schedule. You know what I'm sitting here doing now?
What?
I'm sitting here looking out the window at the sky, talking to you on your podcast.
Well, you know
DC.
one thing.
I can't believe this, man.
Hey,
this
listen, Slim, we come a long way. This is what life is all about. Listen, one thing you got to get from Snoop Doggy Dogg. Snoop Doggy Dogg said, you know, the best plans is no plans.
That's right.
Yeah, he said the best plans is no plan.
No plan.
But he wasn't saying it like you ain't got agenda. He was saying like, Slim, I ain't got nothing to do. I'm good for it. You know what I mean? That's relaxation. Yeah. That's the definition of relaxation. You ain't got, I got to go in. Because you got to realize we all in a rat race. I ain't get up tomorrow at 6 o'clock. You know, I got to take this over here. I ain't go here. I got to do this. If you're in a position in life where your schedule is blank, now, in the next month or so, I'm not going to be off. But from my other field, I'm going to probably be off for like a month. But I'm going to be doing other stuff. Right. But cutting hair, I'm going to take like a month off. I'm going to take like a month
I better get over here before you take your month off.
Oh, I ain't got to worry about that. Ain't no time soon. I'm just saying probably when I got to get this summer money. You ain't be taking off no month, no summer, because I'll be ready to burn the fire barrel. Tell them give me $2. I'm talking about after probably the kids go back to school or something for college or something. I'm going to go back and take me a month because I got some stuff that I got to take care as far as my company. I got a little company that I'm coming up with, so I'm going to take a month off to get everything professionally set to the point where it's right. You know what I mean? So I got some business that I got to tie up. I got some loose ends. I got some stuff going, but I need to make sure the LLC's right. I want all the business right because I want the checks going to the right mama. You see what I'm saying?
There you go.
And sometimes, you know, being a street guy or being a guy that accumulated
you do
a lot.
Things a little different.
Yeah. Sometimes you do stuff, you put the horse before the buggy because you make it happen.
That's right.
But at the same time, you might end up doing more work by stuff not being certified, qualified, and bona fide. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, you know, I got some business, I got some loose ends I got to tie up, and it's going to take like a month. And, you know, I'm going to be cutting, but you have to call me. I ain't going to be in no barbershop. You know what I mean? I ain't going to be in no barbershop. And the price is going up. If you want me that bad, the price is going up. You know what I mean? Because I'll be taking care of some other stuff. But that ain't even a problem with the people that I'm servicing, man, because my base, they with me. You know what I'm saying? And those are the people that you're so grateful for, and you want to develop a different kind of relationship with the people that actually, you know, because I'm a service worker. You know, some people got jobs. My money comes from actually my own people. 90% of my client base look like me. 95%. I'll pass up another ethnic group to wait for a brother.
See, you know how many brothers I've talked to? Okay, let me just throw a little something funny at you. Okay, the situation over at 601 on Needle Street.
Right.
You see two cars parking that driveway, right?
Right.
I've been here, going on 3 weeks? Talked to a brother this morning about supposed to be coming to pick that van up. So I asked him, I said, why is it taking you guys so long to pick the van up? Well, I called you yesterday. I said, no, you didn't call me yesterday. Oh, well, I must have a wrong number. Okay, I understand that. I said, but I'm not here to debate with you and argue with you on the phone. I said, I'm trying to get things done, but you're holding me up because you haven't come pick this car up.
Yeah, well, you know one thing about it, Slim. Let me tell you something. If you got, I'm gonna give you this a little advice on this. If somebody been having something somewhere, and it ain't got to be a parking lot, garage, a storage place, or wherever. If somebody been having something someplace for over a year, this was my mother's theory, they ain't come to get it.
This is a legitimate tow company that has been registered. Because, like I said, like I told him, this where the check you giving me is not going in my pocket. The car that I'm trying to get towed is not my car.
Yeah. Now, see, you know
see
what?
I'm saying?
See, the only thing, but one thing about you, because you here and you've been here 3 weeks, by you being gone in all these different countries, you don't have no plugs. You going through everything the right way, and sometimes the right way when you start dealing with these contractors and all that, if you ain't never dealt with them before to know their ways, then you end up being fucked around.
Mm-hmm.
People especially you, because I'm telling you, see, I know you, but I'm telling you, if I'm on the outside looking in, I don't know you. I'm thinking you sweet.
You thinking I'm what?
I'm thinking you easy. I can bullshit around. I don't have to be pertinent or do things when I say it because,
right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
But that don't have nothing to reflect on how you conduct business. It's just that, I'm looking at your circumstances like, I do this, I do that.
Right. And the thing is,
I got somebody on here say they'll come get it right now. Hurston Winston say he'll come get it right now. Hurston Winston, I can put you with that job tomorrow because one thing for sure, two things for sure, he's short on coins. He's just short on connects. So you ain't got to worry about, see, that's what the problem is with a lot of people. And I'm going to tell you this, Slim, and one thing about me, we can talk, and they don't even know who we talking to. They got to go through me to figure out who we talking to. They don't know who we talking to.
Okay. Well, see, then now I can talk to you now.
Yeah, they don't know. They don't have a slightest clue who we talking to. That's why I never use no names or nothing, unless I tell people I'm great telling me. But the person that just said he'll come get it, I know him personally. Right?
Right. See, and like I told you, all I'm trying to do is this is all, and I'm just between you and I. This is all Tanya stuff, man. And
no, it ain't between you and I. If you put it on the podcast, you don't put it. Yeah, you're gonna have to talk about me after I get off. I get off at 9:30. If you want to talk about that, we can talk about that because if you put it on, it ain't gonna be just between me because everybody they done talking about the car. They look now. You don't put the number out there. Now dudes think about. Now I guarantee you somebody tomorrow that's into car removal gonna drive past that address. I guarantee you that. I guarantee you somebody that's into car removal.
Well, there's somebody coming. So apparently there's a guy coming to pick it up tomorrow. I confirmed that they're coming to pick it up between 8 and 12 tomorrow. So
yeah.
I have that going on. So if they don't, honestly, this is the deal. If they don't come pick it up at this appointment for tomorrow, then it's like I said, it's got to be gone because, like I said, dude, I'm trying to get things taken care of, and that's like just hampering my
now listen,
my progress.
Now, huh? Yeah. Okay. Look, I'm getting down to my last 30. We're going to talk about that because the dude that talked about picking up the car also is a general contractor. So you can kill two birds with one stone. That's not a problem. Okay. As soon as I get off the podcast, I'm going to call your phone and I can call his phone and he could be plan B. So you can always have a backup plan. So that way you won't put all your eggs in one basket. So it's always good to explore. Whatever information I got to do with you, I'm going to do it. Slim,
well, that's why we've been trying to holler at you.
Okay, got me tomorrow. Come at 1 o'clock. If he's from 8 to 12, come at 1 o'clock. See me tomorrow at 1. I got you.
No, it's, like I said, we'll talk about my little situation.
I'm going to talk about it as soon as I get off the air. I got you.
Okay.
All right.
Oh.
There you have it. Anonymous caller, somebody who has been all around the world. He gave up some very vital information. Now, a lot of y'all haven't even been out your city. A lot of people haven't even left their block. See, things are different now. When you hear somebody say they've been to all these different countries, they understands flights and how to check in and what you should carry and all that. Michael Belly not looking like a fool now, because right now he reiterated what Michael Belly said. So see, that's show you that. Now I don't agree with it, but that just goes to show you how divided we are in how we think. Because you know why? We divided as a people. We have no cause that everybody on. We got to get one cause that everybody on. And see what that would teach. What the one cause, I don't care what it, man, the one cause could be, man, making sure Trump never be president. And we know we're not going to never get 100%. If we can get close to past 95, 97%, then we know that we ain't worried about over 2 or 3%. That's just who they are. But if we could ever get everybody be on the same page about one issue, what that does is that teaches us how to start being together, because we don't know how. We don't know how. Now that it became a race where some of us make more than others, some of us got better cars. Boy, they talk about John. This is the guy that want to remove the car. What's up, hey boy?
Ain't too much, man.
How you feeling?
Man, I'm good. How about you?
I'm great, man. You know me. That's what I do. I'm great, man. I'm feeling great. Listen, I told him that at 9:30, we're going to go on a conference call, and then you can be plan B too. He got from 8 to 12 after that, then I guess he'll need a plan B.
Okay.
Do you want to talk about something else?
I'm talking about that, so a guy came over here, told me he had some issues about some court stuff. And I had been going to court for 12 years. And I done learned some stuff. And it allowed me not to have any felonies and stuff like that, and gun charges.
You live, right?
That's fine.
Okay. I already knew it, but I already know it, but I had to authorize. Yeah, go ahead. You good?
Yeah.
Go ahead. You good? I know you. Yeah, go ahead.
I just ordered me, so I got my concealed carry for the district.
Okay.
And
that's another topic. I like that, because I've been seeing a lot of stuff floating on the internet about concealed carrying and.
Yeah.
Okay, come on.
I got mine. I'm waiting for them to call me back. They stole my gun.
Oh Lord.
They got it. They got the tracking number. They got everything else, and somebody at the receiving place. So at first they used to send it to the police department where they would pick it up. Now they got individual private contractors accepting the handguns.
Hold up. Okay.
But they're also.
Let me ask you this. So you say you got what license?
Oh, my concealed carry.
So your concealed carry gives you the right to do what? Have a joint on you. What kind of joint?
Any kind that I select to have, I can have it concealed.
Oh, so
you already have the right to have an open carry. So a lot of people don't exercise their right. If you look up the 1902 DIC Act, it allows anyone over the age of 18 with a right sound mind and body, and as long as they can afford it, to be able to bear arms. See, but there's a difference between carrying they call it you got a handgun, and then you have what's also called a firearm. Firearms are actually illegal. That's why you need permits to carry them. If you look up ATF's definition of firearms, a lot of people are getting caught with handguns, pistols, and shotguns.
Mm-hmm.
But when you look up the definition of firearms, nothing that you have has been described. Silencers or guns under 26 inches or less that's been altered from its original state, grenades. So I have a right to carry firearms now. Silencers are considered firearms.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why when you get caught with it, they always lessen the crime when you take a cop to the gun.
Mm-hmm.
They'll give you carrying an unregistered handgun, which only carries probation.
Right.
But it's not actually a felony.
Okay. So that's called what?
When you look up ATF's definition of firearm versus a handgun or pistol or sidearm.
Right.
That's why they have different definitions. And when you look it up, it'll say concealed and pistol.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's amazing when you start really reading and understanding what the law is.
Right. Listen,
and then
you're right. I seen a girl 2 days ago on 12th Street where me and you eat at, walking down the street. She had a concealed firearm. The girl was she was a regular girl. I never knew she had a concealed firearm until she got to right where me and you eat at on 12th Street. And it got hot. She raised her shirt up like to get some air, like to do like that. And
she wanted to show you.
Exactly. She wanted to show me she was toting. She had a little son with her, you know what I'm saying? Son probably like 12 or 13. And I was like, this is this crazy?
Yeah, she was just showing you.
Right. Hey, Sabrina, how you doing?
Yeah, man. When you really start listening and looking at what the words describe inside what they're saying, there's a way through and around everything. Also, I was talking about when people talk about working and you make $100,000 a year, and I was telling them about a W-2C corrects your W-2. I also was talking about when you've been charged with a charge. So HJR 192 has the ability to discharge off all debt and charges.
Hold up. You're going too fast.
Oh, yeah.
You got to go.
Yeah, I got some.
You want to come in? Why you ain't want to come in and explain all this so you can talk to the people? You know what?
It's a lot more involved with it. I mean, I would love to show and teach people. But the thing is, a lot of people don't understand it because they've been taught one particular way of learning.
Right.
And there's more ways. Like I tell people, if you really want to be seen, when you take pictures, what do you need to be able to know that the picture's been taken if you want to be seen? The flash. When you don't want to be seen, you don't have a flash. So now there's two, but it's the same picture. So it depends on your business. My business is not predicated on me being seen, so I can snap pictures without a flash all day long.
Oh, you got slick.
But I got everything everybody else had, huh?
Mm.
And it's a way of learning that I've been taught because I haven't gone to college. And all these people that talk about financing and money and all this is wrong, Slink. It's wrong. We've been taught wrong. We out here arguing and fussing with people over pennies, over paper.
I agree with you on
paper that can be discharged. So now if you have a contract or something in place, you don't argue. You go ahead and send them.
Listen, they come and they say they want you on the show. We got to
come in.
I know you will. I ain't
Slim,
got to worry about that. I ain't got to worry about you. Get you on.
Hey, Slink, just know I ain't crazy and that this shit is working. And I've been doing it I've been doing it for 12 years. I just got a license within 12 years. And then right after I got my own company, I get government contracts, and now they trying to Slim. It's incredible.
I believe you.
So everything predicated on taxes.
Right.
When they talk about Trump and all that, that's just to have everybody arguing about stuff. Right. The rich don't pay taxes. The rich don't labor.
Right.
Just like you just said. To get up in the morning and my neighbor's like, boy, you got to go your ass to work.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting the job is getting done. I don't even say you leave half the time for days. I don't have to. If I set it up, just like so instead of working the contracts, guess what you can do? You get them and you sell them. They got to pay you in full for it right then and there. So if it's $100,000 contract, knowing with the government, you can charge them $90,000 and you got the cash right then and there. So now if your business, remember when you was just saying you about to set your business up. So I ain't gonna give away that because this is how you gotta eat, but I'm gonna give it to you. So now, like I said, a W-2C corrects the W-2. So when you go and work, how do you know what you're owed at the end of the year? If you're a contractor, you get a 1099. If you're an employee, you get a W-2. Mm-hmm. So most people that claim when they say they owe at the end of the year, there is no rule in place that says that you have to pay taxes unless you sign a W-4. That's withholding. Mm-hmm. Everybody reading this shit wrong, Slink. And at the end of the year, and then if you go apply for, I don't give a fuck what you apply for. If you apply for it and they don't give it to you, you fill out a 1099-C. A 1099-C, it says a cancellation of debt. But Slink, debt doesn't begin with C. What begins with C that we need and use? Credit. It cancels out the credit. That's why they can tell you and they use it on their benefits. So that now when you go to the store, when Walmart give you, why do they give you a gift just to fill out an application? Because the paper is then treated and bonded. Because now they can sell it. Now they can sell your information and they use your credit. They don't just get $250. That's why they can up your credit every time you pay for something. You start with $250. Now they up it and up it and up it because it's unlimited credit. HJR 192, the credit of the people. We no longer have anything. The money that we use ain't money. That's why when people pray for money, it never comes. Pray for the idea that will enable you to use these daggone funds to be able to, the tools that's used to be able to get things.
Yeah, I agree with that. The knowledge.
Because when you say money, money is exchange. Money is tangible. Man, if you knew the stuff that be going on in my mind, and when I hear people talking about money and whatnot, I said everybody want to go get a Gucci belt and throw it on some cheap clothes. I said that don't mean you got money because of that. My dad, the same way. My father been doing it.
Oh,
man, never had a new car until a couple of years.
Hey, Slim, a lot of us, I'm gonna say us because they my people too. A lot of us have been hit with insufficiency of knowledge. Now you can't get mad.
Yeah.
You can't get mad at bro for not knowing. The only thing you get mad at bro. You get mad at bro for knowing and not going. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't get mad. I'm gonna say this one more time. You never can get mad at a dude for not knowing. You can get upset at a dude for knowing and not going. You see what I'm saying?
You know what does make me upset?
What's that?
That the people that give out misinformation about things and they haven't done it. How to pay your house off in 3 years, Slink. Because you have a 3-year window anytime you purchase something. If you did not purchase it straight out with cash and you go to the title company and you do your business. So if you give the title company the money or whatever it is that you give them, you can go back within the 3 years and get your money back from them. You got to give them a W-9. So the whole amount of that money is sitting there and you get the whole amount of it back. You discharge off. So now if you pay for a house and you take off $200,000 off the house every year, you can do it every single year. So imagine if you got 10 of them and you taking off $200,000 every year and you discharge it off. Martin Luther King died because of this. If you look at Selma, it says, oh my God, Martin, do you understand what this means? It's going to be the biggest redistribution of wealth without labor. It's acquisitions.
Okay,
so if you look up 1099A, it's acquiring. That's how you acquire
there we go.
$50.
Okay.
That's the purpose of the OID. So if anybody in third-party debt collectors, they never pay for no damn, they don't buy your damn debt. That's a goddamn lie. All you do is ask for the verified accounting, then you ask for your OID filing. Because anybody that purchased something or said that they gave you something of reasonable consideration or something tangible, they have to fill out a 1099 OID, which is the original issuer's discount. These forms, when you hear about all these sovereign people talking about red and all this, it does not mean they're going blood and all that. No, it means private. It's private. Blue, you got to sign in blue and all that's hibbity-habbity bullshit.
Oh, you talking about when you sign, when you sign,
yeah,
stuff, like
and your Social Security. When I start showing people the back of the Social Security the card, fuck the number on the front. That's just the lead to your number on the back of the social. And then now they putting the misinformation out there saying, oh, it's scams and this. If it's a scam, how is it that I can pay your house off? They give you a confirmation number and everything else, but it comes back account not found after 21 days. And how is it that they give you a confirmation number? You and I both know if the numbers are not right, they're not going to give you no goddamn confirmation.
Yeah, if you won't get it, I know you won't receive a confirmation. That's like going to your phone. You ain't gonna get, if you ain't got that password,
exactly.
You ain't getting in that motherfucker.
But everything is about taxes. The rich don't pay, and then if you work for me, and that's why after 3 years you're considered invested, or 5 years, or whatever they deem, because they start getting the money from you working. Now I can file a 1099-A that said that you've abandoned your property. If you work for me and you make $100,000 a year and you only file on $6,000, that means you got $94,000 left. So in 3 years now your 401k kicks in, and I give you a bonus of $10,000 because I can't keep it. Anything that you haven't labored for is considered profit or for Slim. I can show you. Then when I went to court, they told me that I had a warrant for my arrest for failure to appear. So I filed a motion to quash saying that I wanted a new court date as the agent for the all capital letter name. So now anytime I go to court, the first thing I do is if my last name is first and my first name is last, I'm the agent for the name, just like on a check. That's why you have to sign in the lower right-hand corner as the representative for the name up there in the corner. That's all capital letters. They monetize your instruments. That's why you don't get the checks back anymore. But you don't get the derivatives derived from them selling your instrument. That's why they want you to deposit. It's called modern money mechanics of banking. Slim, I can go on for hours.
Yeah, we hear you. You got us, Slim. You got it. Man, you got us figuring out how we can get that 94,000. Me and Slim here saying, man, I got 9040 over here. I'm looking for it. You know what I'm saying? I'm starting to think.
No, you have it. That's why they give you a W. They give you the W-2 at the end of the year or 1099 as a contractor. That's why white people also can go to school. When you in jail, it's the same thing. Anybody that's locked up can make $56,000 for every year that they're in there. That's what the QSIP number is on your docket. Your QSIP number or the auto TREZ number. The auto TREZ number is the number that they use as a bond. Just like right now, if you decided to go, you know how you got business insurance? Go to an underwriter and get $100 million worth of insurance and have a bond. The next time you got to go to court, they're going to ask, what are you going to use as collateral? I'm going to use this $100,000. And you also can buy houses with it. Because once you get to a certain point, you no longer need cash. That's why they get these people that write these bonds and insurance and all that. That's the underwriters and everybody creating documents. How do we know it's money? If you get in an accident or you file a claim, don't they deduct from that goddamn money? That's why they say your premiums, anything that you pay, you get a W-9 from them. If your insurance is too high, you get that money back at the end of the year. That's why you get a W-9 from them. Slim, the world is not what they tell us. And then if you tell me something, you can't just tell me. I got to see for myself. I don't no longer take anybody else's advice on shit. If you can't, it's like a pastor say, if they can't show you me that shit in the Bible, I don't want to see it. Tell me what you've done. Show me what you've done. Let's see if your account match my account.
Okay.
Man, that's why I be so quiet now, because of the shit that be going on, and I be passionate about it, trying to get our people. They thinking when you go out and enslave yourself to work, you on the hamster. I just said it, and you said it. That's what made me call.
What so you saying I was in the core with what you thinking? What did I say that you said that made you call?
All of that stuff. It's a lot of stuff that you said. Even when I seen you out, and I said, you know something.
Oh yeah,
but I didn't know exactly what you knew. That I knew that you knew, and I said, man, you know something. I don't know if you want to share it.
Now, when I seen you, we were on 12th Street. You said, Slim, you know something. What the fuck, you know? And I was trying to think of what is he talking about?
What is he talking about? Because I thought you knew the stuff that I know, and I've been actually practicing it. And I took a house from the bank. If nobody believed, 14606 Willoughby Street in Upper Marlboro. I took that from the bank, and they said that the lady, because if you go down and everybody that owns houses, go down and look at your deed and see if the finance company is on it. There's no one on it other than you. So the agreement that you agreed to, that you would pay them the same amount that you paying for this house. That's why your payments can come back. So everything that you pay, so if you pay $24,000 out for the year, you OID their ass. And that money comes back to W-9. Anything over $600 constitutes as taxable income. But the money that they put down for the financial institute is not them. The only way that somebody physically can say that you owe them is if I can verify account. If I say, Slink, I need $10,000, you go, I ain't got it on me. Write up the contract. Now this piece of paper, we can now go to court, and now this piece of paper is worth what? 10,000, 100,000, whatever it is. Same thing with them. You signed an agreement that said that they would give you something of reasonable consideration, and they didn't. Your signature, before your signature got on that paper, that piece of paper wasn't shit. You ratified the contract by signing it. Now you agreed that you would pay them the same amount, but you changed it. That's why they give you 45 days when you get a brand new house, because it changes the complex of the contract. Because you didn't have to. Now you ask them for the final payoff amount, and you get a W-9, and that's with the CID division. So the United States have been in bankruptcy for over 70 years, and that's why they keep recertifying the bankruptcy. That's why we have no money. That's why money, and everybody complaining about gas. Anybody complain about taxes don't know shit about taxes, because you don't pay them. And then that's why they be talking about debt. I was doing it and didn't even know it, Slim. I'll tell you about what I was doing later, but yeah, I would write niggas checks for $100,000. And they were like, are you serious? So this check is good. I was like, yeah, it's good. They started calling me. But I'll tell you more about it. Shit.
Man, you got people got their pads writing this shit down, Slim. You popping. Whatever you need to tell them. Listen, I'm going to get you in here Monday so you can give people alive. See, sometimes they don't need to see people face. Sometimes they need to hear it. You know, people receive.
So Ladybug that be selling those houses, I know how to get her financing for her people. If they can't get financing, we get you financing. Man, you can be your own bank.
Let me give a shout out to the caller that just brought us all this valuable information. I'm going to take me a 2-minute break. You can keep on talking. Slim, you can keep on talking, don't?
Yes, Nick, remember, I got 13 years of doing this, to the point where people thought I was tripping at first. They was like, man, you ain't done that. And I started carrying my folder, started showing them my paperwork. So they locked me up one day, and the lady said, well, your bond, because I didn't appear, is going to be $15,000 or $1,500. You pay the 10% to the bail bondsman. And I told her, fine, that's fine. I need a W-9 from you. She said, excuse me, why would you need a W-9? I said, ma'am, anything over $600 constitutes as taxable income that returns to the principal. She said, excuse me? So I repeated myself. She closed the thing down on my face and went back. I said, ma'am, I'm going to have to stay in here the whole weekend. Now she comes back and says, excuse me. Yeah, so what we have here is called a signature bond. They're going to release me on my own personal recognizance. So anytime you have a business transaction and they don't give receipts, they're embezzling money. So anytime you go see a bail bondsman, you ask for a W-9 or anybody that you're doing business with. That's the same way that you on the street. A lot of that money you're gonna give away because you don't have a receipt for it. The government with the tickets as well. I know how to get rid of the tickets. So in the District of Columbia, same thing. You got 3 days in order for you to be, a whole week. But if you do it within the 3 days and it says on or before the 30 days, they never are down there. So now you send it in saying that you came to adjudicate it, but they were unprepared to adjudicate the ticket at the time when you came down there. Now, guess what? You send that in and they're going to dismiss the ticket in pending investigation. Then they're going to suspend it indefinitely. So it's a whole bunch of shit that I've been doing that have been actually working 100% of the time. And they can't refute the CID, the Criminal Investigation Division of the IRS. Everybody else is scared of them, but I'm not.
So you said the CID?
The Criminal Investigation Division. So anybody that says that, and another thing, anytime you get anything in the mail, I don't give a fuck who it's from. So they never buy your debt. So if they said that they bought the debt, so you ask them for the service contract agreement that they have between the two. So if you had an agreement with Wells Fargo, ask them for the service contract agreement. How is it that you say I owe $5,000, but you're willing to take $1,500, $2,000? Because they never purchased the debt to begin with. It's only called a presentment. So if I knew of that's why they got public and private. So if me and you did a behind the scenes deal, they would never be able to say it. So there are other repercussions behind when you don't pay, when you do private deal. But when you have an open deal, it's open information. Everybody can see it. So I can say, yeah, man, you owe Wells Fargo $5,000, but I'm willing to take, I'm calling this information. But then they tell you, if you do not find this to be a valid debt, please respond in 30 days. All you do is send it back in and say, please validate claim. Validate claim. Basically, send me your OID file that said that you purchased it or you suffered some type of loss. They will never be able to do it. It's called conditional acceptance. So now you put conditions on it. So if they can, to give you the information that you need or request, not just the activity sheet that said that you've used the credit card, but it was your credit. It's yours. You have the ability to discharge off the debt.
Man, listen. You piping. I can't take that.
Huh?
Away. I said you piping. I can't take that away from you. What you giving is so much. See, one thing you waterboarding them. Slim, you give them so much.
Yeah, it's overwhelming.
They drown. I missed the letter he said. See, they got one dude, he got his pen and pad down. CRI. What are you talking about?
The CID.
CID, yeah. CID,
Criminal Investigation Division.
Yeah, I can remember.
Anybody that owe you money to, all you have to do is if you have a contract in place, all you got to do is just send their information to the IRS. The IRS, they don't know the information I know, so the IRS going to press them out to pay you. You ain't got to do shit else. So then after you reach out, or you can go get a summary judgment. So if they throw it out and they never respond, now you can get the default judgment, summary judgment. So now you can start garnishing their wages. So if they work anything over whatever you demand your money to be, you can get it in bulk or you can get it in increments. So they'll never make more than $7 an hour. And how do you know? Because you get the CID, you get the goddamn IRS involved. You're never supposed to argue about money. Anybody argue about money don't know shit.
Listen, I understand exactly what you're talking about. Now, I
know you do.
I tapped on it, but I understand exactly. And then we're not using some words that we know that will kind of like give a person the guidelines from which the doctrine that we're coming from. But I know exactly what you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about. A lot of people don't. That's why, I can't give everything up. You know what I'm saying? Because let's go back to the old saying, everything ain't for everybody. But sometimes, and go back to another old saying. See, a lot of old sayings are contradicting each other. But you got to listen to both. And like you do say, everything ain't for everybody. It's another saying that goes by the only thing you can keep what you got is by giving it away. So you got to understand, you got to take a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Like my man said on God, better be, better phone. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So you got to understand everything.
Slim, it had me going everywhere to the point where my dad thought that I was tripping. My sister thought that I was tripping until I was able to start getting houses. And I started grabbing and buying these houses.
That's because the method that you were using was unconditional.
Unconventional.
It's unconventional. And when you take, the old saying, another old saying too, I'm gonna give this one too, change you must or die you will. And what that means is if a person don't change the way they think, then they really dying, even though you're not physically dead, you're mentally dead as far as how far you can go. You follow what I'm saying? See, people always think when they say you dying, you gotta get shot in the head. You're gonna be walking down the street, eating a hamburger and be dead. Because you won't allow your thought process to expand.
Everything starts with a thought first.
Yeah, thought is the cause of it all. Ain't no
everything.
Thought is the cause of it all, man. You don't shoot a dude unless you think about getting the gun. Get the gun loaded, bang. You know what I mean? It's a lot of things to go on between the bullet and the actual injury or the death. Well, look, Slim, we running out of time. Can I get you in here Monday? Because we only got 2 shows.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we got 2 shows left, and then we'll be going on intermission 4 until preseason. Slim, I'm gonna call you when I get out of here because I got that other business to tend to. As soon as I get out of here, reach on the phone. I'll be out of here in the next 8 minutes.
That's a bet.
Bet. Thank you, man. Thanks for calling in, dropping a lot